You know what I'm saying? I don't watch no soap opera. There's so many other things I want to do. So I'm still going, man. I'm still going. If you can dream it and if you can think about it, trust me, it's achievable. जो भी काम करोगे एकदम ठोक के करो, जोर से करो.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Sabby BG Show, India's #1 variety show from outside of India. This is our special segment, Season 1 of Pardesi Babu, a unique segment where we highlight Desi celebrities from Pardes. Aaj ke Pardesi Babu is a very special, very sweet person. I've been a big admirer of his work for a very long time. He's been making waves in the music scene for quite some time now. Man, this guy has done it all. He has worked with mainstream hip hop acts like Baby Bash, Paul Wall, Marty James. He's also been storming the South Asian urban scene, collaborating with acts like Guru Randhava, Bohemia, Ragstar, just to name a few, basically all my favorites. भाई ने बॉलीवुड में भी अपना धूम मचा रखा है. He's worked with Sunidhi Chauhan, Vishal Shekhar. I'm pretty sure you may have guessed by now who this is. Allow me the honor to welcome on the Sabby BG show one of my favorite California-based Indian-American rapper producer, Haji Springer. Haji Paji, how are you doing today?
Yo, Sabby, what's up, bro? How are you?
I'm doing good. Haji, yeah, how are you doing? California में I've heard wildfires लगे हुए हैं. California में coronavirus आया हुआ है. How are you keeping sane, man?
Man, it's crazy, bro. It's that California is like basically it's like half the state's on fire. You know what I mean? So it's pretty ugly outside, man. But we just gotta stay inside much as you can and घर में रहो ज़्यादा और घर में ही time spend करो.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man, absolutely. Tell me this, Haji, Dharmesh se Haji, kaise and kyun? How did that happen? What's the story behind that?
Bro, Haji was just like a nickname my friends gave me in high school. So because there used to be this one character in this cartoon, Johnny Quest. There used to be this little guy named Haji.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like an Indian descent or something, So just playing around, goofing around, my friends used to call me Haji, Haji. So then I decided to just take that Haji, man, and use it in a rap song one time. Just playing around with the Haji and then the Springer, which is a little Jewish name. But I was just messing around, man, and just used it in a couple of songs as an alias, and it just stuck to people, So it was like I couldn't even change the name after that. It was like everybody wanted to hear Haji Springer, so I just ran with that shit, man.
And again, I'm just guessing. I'm not sure, but did the word Springer come from Jerry Springer? Were you also one of the fans of his show? Like, I don't know, that was like early 2008.
I was a big fan of Jerry Springer show, man. That you get all your drama in that shit. You know what I mean? I didn't watch. I wasn't the soap opera type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch no soap operas. I'd rather watch something like Jerry Springer. Motherfuckers throwing chairs at each other and all kinds of shit. It's like it was entertaining to me, man.
How did the journey of Haji Springer start? How did it begin?
I just used to, like I said, in high school, I was more of I always was a character, you know what I mean? I knew I was going to be like something like when I grew up, like when I was little, I used to say I'm going to be a movie star or I'm going to be a singer or, you know what I mean? So I always liked the feeling of being like on camera. I like the feeling of, entertaining people. So I've always been an entertainer. And then, as growing up in the, streets of California, I got introduced to hip hop at an early age. And when I got introduced to hip hop, it was like my gateway for me to connect to something and, make it feel like, oh, damn, this is like, I'm part of this right here. I want to listen to this type of music. I like this. Or like I would listen to like a Snoop Dogg song back in the days, or like Eazy-E or, you know, E40 and so much Biggie, this, that. So like I was influenced by a lot of that music, which inspired me to start rapping because some of my friends were rapping. So, you know, I just started freestyling, just, you know, messing around, man. And one thing just, you know, just, it kind of like, it was like a domino effect, you know, like one thing just started popping after another. I knew slowly, I was headed somewhere. So I was recording songs, bro, when I was like 12 years old, from audio cassette to audio cassette, one instrumental, one blank audio cassette, and karaoke machine. And I used to make like freestyle songs in my garage. And then, you know, I just kept going. And when I hit like 15, I think so, I started doing professional recording, where I used to be a part of a group, me and this other Indian dude named Indy. So we had a group, and we were like 15, 16 years old. The group thing didn't work out. Like most bands always break up anyways. But so yeah, just you know, from there I just kept going. And you know, after the breakup of the band I was in, it kind of just made me like it gave me like a push, you know what I mean, to like go harder than ever. Like that, you know, it really lit a fire under my ass. I'm like, man, because really I was told, like, you know, like basically like they thought I wasn't ready. You know, my dude thought I wasn't ready for the next, you know, the next level, to take it to another level. So I was like, okay. You know, that was kind of a heartbreak for me. And then that thing right there, man, just, man, it did a lot of wonders for me, because hadn't he not ever told me that I was not ready, I would not probably be here today, where I'm at.
Absolutely. You know what, Haji, with that, I want to ask you something, man. I've heard about you, I've read about you, I've seen you for a long time. Everybody thinks that they're hustlers, and everybody also feel that they, you know, that they should be granted success. But then there's only a few that make it, that are successful, that achieve what they want to achieve. At what point, you know, you got to tell yourself that, okay, this is not working, or this is not happening. If success takes 1,001 steps, a lot of people stop at maybe 900. When do you know that you're close to your 1,000th step and you just can't stop?
It's like this, man. If you really envision the, you know, the good things happening, and envision your, you know, your vision that you have for something, the truth is, if you made it halfway, you almost made it, man. So you gotta just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you'll find out whether it works or not, but sometimes it takes years and years, man, for, you know, to reach that success. You know, I started off on the days when there was when I started off, there was no YouTube, there was no Facebook, there was none of that. So we came from a crazy, you know, footwork area. I grew up in that, you know, hand-to-hand promotion. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have the internet to promote our music at a certain time back in the days. But now you got, you know, access to, you can, you know, fucking chat with your idols on Instagram now these days. So like, it's crazy, man. You can reach so many people now with the new age digital technology, which, you know, I think is amazing. I think it's dope, man, because a lot of people will not ever have to see or go through the hardships that people like us went through.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think there's both pros and cons of free distribution available. I mean, when you look at people like, I don't know if you know, Pooja, there was this singer in India, really awful songs, but I mean, it's because they were just so cringy, they were doing so well. So sometimes I think free distribution has its own cons as well. But tell me this, you know, Haji, when you're looking at talent and passion and connections, for somebody that's new, that's starting out right now, how much do you think is each of these things important? How important is you knowing the right people? How much important is you liking what you're doing? And how much important is you being talented or working hard towards learning that your craft?
I mean, they're all important. I think they all play a hand-in-hand role with each other when it comes to that. But talent is obviously, you know, one thing you do gotta have. But these days, you know, it seems like sometimes it's not even just the talent these days, bro. Like, a lot of the shit now is people who actually put it this way: someone with so much talent and who doesn't have the same drive as someone who doesn't have the exact same talent, but he has drive. He's consistent. So that's plays a big difference in the one success, because sometimes people with so much talent might not know how to do certain things, you know what I mean, or don't know the right people, or don't have the same drive. And there might be a kid sitting over there with, yeah, all right, music, it's pretty cool. I mean, but he has the drive. He has all these, promotion tactics, this and that. Like, he's winning the hearts of people. So like, that's how I kind of look at it. Like these days, and it's not even what these days, man. It's also who you know. So if you can know some cool people that can help you or whatnot, and I think that plays a big role. And I think the whole internet sensation things that goes on now. These videos go viral on TikTok, on all these other sites. That helps and plays a big role in into one's success.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Haji, you have and continue to inspire many. What inspires you? Who inspired Haji Springer?
Man, honestly, I was inspired by my pops, because my pops is a straight hustler. You know what I'm saying? My pops and my uncles, my family. Like these guys came to America with jack shit in their pocket, and made something out of nothing. And watching them, you know what I mean? Whether we were selling spices or selling chai on the block, we were selling. I used to sell music, bro. At the age of, like, I would say 8 years old, I used to hustle audio cassettes in front of the streets in the little India town in Berkeley. So like, I grew up in the mix, man. Like I grew up with like all the knowledge of Bollywood and all that shit since I was a kid. Maybe that's how I picked up Hindi, I picked up Gujarati, I picked up Punjabi. I speak all the languages, what I'm saying?
I was reading that about you, that you've and again, see, that I think that's the aspect of you sort of like chasing excellence in your own craft, and it takes time. If you can go back, Haji, if you can go back to when all this started, what advice you would give to the younger Haji, and what is it that people can learn from it? Something that you could have changed maybe a decade and a half ago.
When I was younger, I used to try to follow trends a little bit, I think. But I kind of, passed on that and just said, you know what, fuck that. I just need to be myself and be who you are. And I always was, but sometimes, you might get lost in the sauce. And the best thing to do is don't get lost in the sauce, man. You gotta, kind of keep your own recipe to this thing, because, everyone's recipe might not work for you. You know what I mean? And always, like, I always been the dude that usually, I see a fork in the road, and I don't know if I'm gonna go right or left, but sometimes you got to make a wise decision, man, and take that risk, because there's no risk, there's no reward, homie.
Oh, absolutely, man. Oh, absolutely, man. Haji, I want to ask you a question. Now, this is a question when I posted on my community section on my YouTube channel that we're gonna interview Haji Springer for the show, and I asked my audience to give me a question. A question from the audience came, and this came from Arjun. So, Arjun, here's your question. And actually, I wanted to ask you this as well, because I saw you at Desi Fest in Toronto, and you were just chilling. You were just out there talking to people like a real extrovert. I want to know if we can go back to Haji's childhood. What kind of kid was Haji Springer?
I was a pretty, I was a little wild child, like I wasn't always a, nice, quiet little kid. I was always kind of loud, and, I always had a voice, I mean? I like to speak my stuff, so I like to, I was never like an attention seeker, but I wasn't no quiet little kid. So, I wasn't shy to jump on the stage and start dancing in front of like 1,000 people if I had to, which I've done when I was little. So
was Haji more like a acha bacha, more like a shararti bacha? Like, if you have, like, what do you think Haji was?
I mean, I was a good kid. My parents, they try to raise me right, like for the most part, but they were always busy working. So, when you fall off into the in the streets a little bit, then
Yeah.
you are gonna, it comes with it, man. You get introduced to a lot of things in life that,
Yeah.
that's in the streets. But like, for overall, I think I was a good kid. I didn't, mess up too much. I only got I only got locked up one time, man. I was like 16, man, and other than that, I was pretty good.
But Haji, I think I must tell you, we're all very proud of you, man, because again, I've known you for so long, and I know you've influenced so many people and their careers as well. The kind of songs they make and the kind of music you've made for them. So, from the whole community of people, Indian people living outside of India. I mean, I must say that we're very proud of you. So you've done a very good job in especially your career. So that's amazing. Haji, we wanna, now we're gonna do a little rapid fire round with you. Okay, this segment of this show is called Sneaky Sabby. This is where I ask you some sneaky questions, and you have to give 100% honest answers, because इस शो पे आप सब सच बोलेंगे and सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे. So are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So the first question, and you have to give the answers in like one word or short answers. The first question is, if you weren't famous, what would you be doing right now?
Cooking butter chicken at the restaurant. Bro, I would be a cook. If I was not doing music, I would be a cook.
That's awesome. Who is your celebrity crush?
Really don't have one.
Don't you like yourself sometimes? You look at yourself in the mirror and be like, Haji, I love you, man.
Actually, yeah, Haji Springer, that's my celebrity crush, man. I love that guy, man. I just want to be like him.
Yeah, no, amazing. A lot of people would want to be like you, absolutely. How would someone get Haji's special attention? If somebody wants to get special attention from you, what do they need to do? What should they do?
Shock me.
Do you do something that annoys people around you?
I listen to loud music, man. Loud music, very loud.
Well, I guess people have to accept that as well. You have obvious reasons to listen to that music loud. I'm guessing you're like, I have to listen to every beat in that music.
But yeah, my neighbors, they don't say nothing, but I'm sure they're like, God damn, this guy. They're like, 2 a.m, my speakers are turned up loud, bro.
Tell me this, what are you most afraid of in life? Is there something that you're really afraid of?
I would say 2 things, heights and God, bro.
Okay, amazing. Who would you like to collaborate with? Is there anybody, if you collaborate with, you're like, that's it, I'm done, I've achieved what I wanted to achieve?
Eminem.
Amazing. So, the last one, okay. What is your biggest pet peeve?
I hate it when people spam their music to me, and just kind of like keep spamming it to me. It's, I think it's like pretty annoying. There's certain ways to send it, what I mean? We have emails and this and that, but, I hate receiving, links in my Instagram and in my DMs and stuff, man. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a proper way to approach, and when people don't do it the right way, it just gets annoying.
Amazing. Haji, you've done a great job on the Sneaky Sabby segment. Awesome work there. I want to go back. I want to talk to you a little bit about life after leaving your prior label, KDM Bohemia. I understand you also have some new projects coming up. One of them, I think, is Underground Pyramid Volume 1. Can you talk a little bit about your post-label era and any of your upcoming projects?
Yeah, like I was with KDM for quite a few years, man. Just we weren't seeing, eye to eye no more, and a lot of funny things going on at that label, which kind of just separated us. And I had a fallout with Jay, who was part of the label, and it was just, I didn't feel the love over there, man. And a lot of funny business was happening, so I decided to go my own way and do my own thing. I always been my own entity anyways, you feel me? And, but that was a company that I basically helped build almost from the ground up with Bohemia. And, I just felt at the end, it was like the feelings weren't mutual, man. Um, and I've actually gave that company so many hit songs, and produced so many records. From Salute, Mere Bare Kuriya To Pucho. I produced Mitra Ne Tor Kadi for Bo. With Gippy, I did that one. I did Level. I did Gaddi Meri. I brought a bunch of songs on the KDM mixtape. I produced quite a bit of songs, man, for that for the camp. But it just we just decided to go our own ways, man, and do our own shit now. Which I'm running my own company now, which is Underground Pyramid, and it's doing good, man. We haven't even did a real launch on it yet. It's just like a soft launch so far, but we have a lot of big things that are coming up from this year and beyond. So just getting ready for all that shit, man. It's coming. Yeah, Underground Pyramid Volume 1. There's a project coming out called Underground Pyramid Volume 1, and that's gonna be a crazy album, man. I got some known artists and some unknown artists in there. So some top dogs, some underdogs, and we're gonna hit them, man. We're gonna hit them hard with this shit.
Yeah, absolutely, Haji. Listen, you don't need no introduction, but just for the people that are watching you for the first time, maybe anybody in my audience, where can people find you and see more of the upcoming stuff that you're putting out together?
Stay in contact with me on IG, on Instagram, and see what I'm dropping. That's Instagram / Haji Springer, HAJI Springer. On YouTube, I'm building my YouTube channel right now. So unfortunately, I wish I had all my videos on my channel from the beginning, but I didn't because I was working with all these other companies, which I kind of missed out on building my own channel in the middle of that. So I'm building my channel right now. It's under Haji Springer World, so do subscribe on the Springer World channel. It's gonna be filled with a lot of new videos starting in the next few weeks. So we're just building and building, man. It feels good to have your own channel and be in charge of that shit.
Definitely, Haji. I request all of my subscribers, anybody who's watching this show, make sure you go to Haji Springer's Instagram as well as his YouTube channel and subscribe. Links to all his socials are going to be in the description box below as well. Before we let you go, Haji, one last question. What's the legacy that you want to leave?
My legacy is basically I want people to remember me as the guy who always spoke up and the guy who always did what's right, the guy that never cheated nobody, the guy that never stole from nobody. I ain't got paid $1 yet from the other labels, bro. I've been, there's a lot of shady business going on out there, man. So you just got to be right, man. And I always done what's right. I've never stole from nobody. I never took anything that wasn't mine. Just do good things, man, and good things gonna happen to you. If you out there doing wrong, please believe it, man. One way or another, it comes back to bite you in the ass, man. So therefore, when on my legacy, man, I want people to always remember me as somebody who was solid, somebody who was a stand-up person, somebody who helped others. I helped many artists, man, in my life already, and I've never I never did it for the money or the fame. Obviously business is business and we do need to get paid to keep our lights on, but I never started this shit for the money or the fame. So and I'm still not where I'm at. Where I'm at, I'm still not happy exactly. There's so many other things I want to do. So I'm still going, man. I'm still going. I'm about to make some big changes right now and leap into a whole different element where I haven't touched yet in my music career and entertainment field. So just the next 10 years is going to be very exciting.
Haji, let me tell you this. I think you've achieved what a lot of people want to achieve, but as a man chasing excellence, I think you'll never be content. And that's why we're so proud of you. We love you. We know there's so much amazing stuff that's yet to come. We wish you luck with this, with your new label, with your new YouTube channel as well. Before you go, any message to all your fans globally out there, like what would you want to say to them?
And just, whatever you're doing, do your best at it, man. जो भी काम करोगे एकदम ठोक के करो, जोर से करो. And don't give up on your dreams. No dream is impossible. If you can dream it and if you can think about it, trust me, it's achievable. I mean, if you know what I mean, there's no limit, man. You could do anything you want. Just put your mind to it, then put your grind to it. Bang.
Haji, thank you so much. Really enjoyed talking to you. It's an honor. It's an honor to have you with us on the season 1 of the Sabby BG show. You are the Pardesi Babu of the Sabby BG show for this week. So thank you so much. Real love talking to you, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see you again. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching more of the Sabby BG show by clicking on these videos right here. Before you leave, may I humbly request you to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss a single episode of India's #1 Vox Pop show from abroad. Your favorite, the Sabby BG show. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and remember, I love you.